remedies or the first forecast or the first trend is we call Google Core Web Vitals. In short, you need to remember it's about the page experience and speed. Okay, so for all of us, like understand about this, actually this is considered one very important ranking signal rollout. It will be in May 2021. I repeat, this year, May 2021. So you can see here. So this is the official announcement by Google Search Central. The old name is Google Webmaster. So meaning this signal is very important. So for those who don't understand about this, they're using these three elements. They call LCP, FID, CLS. Because this session is really like, I want to keep it simple. So this is like the magic number, like you want the lucky numbers, right? So this is 2.5 seconds, 100 ms meaning millisecond, and 0.1 millisecond. So this is actually the numbers by right all the websites should achieve. Why is important? Because this is like Google giving the benchmark or giving the target. Your website should have this kind of points. Keep in mind, actually in reality, it's really hard to achieve that because know your website structures, how you design, but I will give you some clues and how you can like achieve like within very shortest of time. So this is the elements. And then the first tool actually is how do you know your score? Like, like Feng Shui, you always mention about you need to the compass, right? See direction, east 40 degrees, whatever. So same for Google, this one, the first tool I introduced is Google Page Speed Insight. So this is the classic Page Speed Insight. For those who are still remember the old school one, so this one already revamped. So you can go just Google Page Speed Insight, you can go and then insert your URL. The URL actually you can even like detail until like one URL, page URL. It's not like naked or primary URL. So let's continue. So like let's say just example, I insert my personal like the profile name. So you can see here the overall view is actually the mobile, desktop, and the 91. So this one is like I know it's like exam, right? Okay, the 90 it is actually is very very high. Okay, the thing I want to emphasize again, don't overly crazy about this like the score. It doesn't mean you must get like 90 or 100, then your website will have like huge boost of ranking. Okay, so it's just a reference. Okay, personally, I see some like webmaster, they also suggest their maximum, or because there are too many factors, maybe you can get like the standard our Asian culture, right? 80, so 80 and above you consider A, so it's fine. Okay, keep in mind is actually they have like two elements. One is mobile, one is desktop. The thing you want to focus is actually is more about the mobile. Later I will explain why. So you can go just try to these two and then know your score, and then most likely mobile and desktop, the desktop will be higher score than the mobile. Okay, and then let's continue. So this is like the explanation about using this tool is you want to know the core web vitals of the element of score. So it will see you the screenshot, how your web page like loading, like really from the 0 second to 0.1 second until here. Then this is like the explanation. So if you don't understand about that, actually you can just click here the collapse expand, that they can give you some example about this, the explanation about this. And then for those people like really not really tech savvy or they're still like beginner about website, is quite confusing because the terms is very alien language, but you can find very easily for online content, especially YouTube, like what is actually that. Okay. Next is second tool is this is classic. If you join many Facebook group or forum, we will use GT metrics as the tools to calculate the speed of your website. Okay, keep in mind, this is third-party tools, but they also incorporate the Google Page Speed, the Google Core Web Vital into this. So you can see here, this is the Web Vitals, LCP, TVD, CLS. So the term, you don't understand, never mind, you can just hover the icon, then you can read the descriptions. Sometimes it's still confusing, but you can always refer there. And then, so this is totally free. You can just, I highly recommend you need to like sign up an account. Why? Because you need to change the test server to Hong Kong if your target audience is in Asia. If you're using the free account, like you didn't log in, it will automatically, like default, it will send to Canada, which is a little bit far if your target audience, in Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. Okay, so this one is, I repeat again, don't crazy about like this, like grading. It's just a reference to give you some clue about your website. Okay, next, so this is the explanation here is better than the official Google Core Advisor because they can show you the really the 0.1 second, the visualization. So at which point your website is appear. So you can clearly see. So you can see here, this one is, you can say fast, you can say slow. It really depends on the user experience. Okay. Then if you want the very easy, the benchmark, I will highly recommend you can like just copy paste, the competitor website. You see how the website speed first. So this is common sense. If you want to compare something, compare within your same industry, so you can know like the current benchmark. What I want to emphasize is it doesn't mean that you must get like 0.4 seconds, then your website will be good in SEO. But just research about competitor. Some competitor maybe is slow. Then you're asking why slow still ranking very fast? Because this core web vitals is just one factor only. Okay, so you can just feel free to use this. So this one I already remind. Please log in, create an account, it's free, and then change to Hong Kong is to the nearest test server. If not, it's Canada, which is not recommended. So next tools is the third tool is Google Search Console. So for those who are not familiar with Google Search Console, is in short, Google Search Console is like the medical report, about your health status, about your website. So for example, like in Feng Shui, right, like we always use what is your zodiac, what is your birth rate, birthday, then we calculate everything. So this one is actually you need to give something to Google, like a website, you need to verify, then it can show you the report, especially here under the enhancement tab, you can see core web vitals. So here is now how you can know your vital, the score and everything. Then you can, here this one is, I love about you can clearly identify this is mobile, this is desktop. Then once you click the open report, you can show you, okay, like this is bad, poor. What is poor? And then this is the reason the poor. Then you can see here, like, so you can reverse engineering which one you should focus or which one is the primary factors. Then you can arrange the priorities. From my experience is actually some issue is easy to fix. Some require a little bit amount of like developing, you need to like change a little bit of code, which is very time consuming. So you need to like decide with your available resources, which one is the easiest to fix or which one is the, this LCP issue. So this one, maybe they're affecting 55 URL. So you need to like settle this one. So this one you can, there are three, remember the three score, the poor, need improvement, and good. Good is the green color, and then the orange, and then the poor. Next is, this is the latest update from Search Engine Journal. So Search Engine Journal is quite very reputable, like SEO publisher around the world. So the thing I always refer to here is always refer to the authentic Google. It's just my personal sharing is when the time I'm like interest on SEO, the normal person you will read everywhere. Okay, read everywhere. It doesn't care. Just what is SEO, you enter and then you click all the first page, and then you read. But the issue here is actually SEO is very fast and evolve very fast. The thing you read in internet might be outdated. So remember, outdated. So this is the latest announcement. Google say all core web vitals may need to be met for ranking boost. In other words, the three elements here, the LCP, as well as everything, you need to like on par, like at least you have the minimum benchmark, then you only have enjoy the benefit for the ranking boost. So the minimum threshold. So pay attention about this in 2021. So how to improve? So this is, for me, is the easiest, assuming you're using the WordPress website, the CMS. First is I always do is image optimization. So when you check your website using GTmetrix, something like that tools, first like I will see the image size or the file size of the particular URL, that let's say the homepage. You see something like few or 10 megabyte per second, or sorry, 10 megabyte file size is, for me, is too big. Okay, the easiest method is actually resize the exact resolution for the website. What do I mean the exact resolution? Let's say you have the website, you have like 4 column, right? So you can like just inspect and then know, oh, this is 300 only. You no need to like upload like 3000 by 3000, the original resolution. Is actually making your website slower. Okay, second is compressed image or reduce size. So this one is actually you can use like short pixel. This is paid, one of the best. Kraken, this is free, and TinyDNG is free also. Which means the web developer or web designer, you need to have this habit before you upload everything to your website. Please compress first or upload. This is one way. Second way is, okay, you already resize the exact resolution of the website, and then you upload this. Make sure you use like the short pixel, the minify, imagify, like you compress the image. So the third point is use the correct image format. Okay, if you're like me, sometimes we always love to screenshot, right? Screenshot everything. The default some depends on your system. We screenshot everything actually using PNG, the format. So PNG, the advantage is actually it's transparent, but the disadvantage is actually file size. In most of the website, I would say use JPEG. It was smaller size and actually have a lot of like other like SVG, GIF, that one is, but this is the 3 common. So if you want even smaller, you can like consider this WebP, if even smaller. Usually the cache plugin or the certain image compress, it will come with this. Mostly is the paid plugin. So you consider this. So first is image optimization. This is the most common way why your website so slow. You upload, let's say the hero image at the above, right? You upload like 3 megabyte of photos. Of course, it will slow. Okay. So the second is, if using WordPress, is the cache plugin. So what is cache plugin is actually reduce the load on your WordPress. So they have like many different features come with it, like the GG compression, browser caching, or minifying. Then you might need to tweak the configuration, depends how complicated on the site. So this is like the recommended. So light speed actually is, if your server is using Lightspeed, like what Exabyte, the new product, is using now. So if you just install the Lightspeed plugins, so it will significantly very fast than other types of server. So another popular is the paid plugin is the WP Rockets. So it's for the cache plugin. So for those who don't understand what the cache is, basically is this plugin or this feature is there will cache meaning they will store some information on your browser or server. So every time you want to request, I want to see the same information, it will load faster. It will not load from everything from your server from around the world. Okay, so this is like just a few recommendation. So the third is switch to lightweight theme. This one apply to not WordPress as well if you have the option to choose theme. So remember, avoid using multi-purpose theme. What do I mean is, not a lot of everything you find the theme forest, Igato, or everything. A lot they're using, they promote themselves, marketing themselves like this team can do everything, which in web developing world actually we doesn't really like, because in the end is they come with a lot of many features actually you don't need. In the end, the disadvantage is it make your website slow. So I would suggest like change to a better optimized page builder. If you're using page builder, the not really high recommend is the WP Bakery, which is very slow, not like the BV builder. This is my personal opinion. Okay, so I would highly recommend you using Elementor. It will more optimized, it's lighter like page builder. And then third is like install and activate what you need. So this is what I refer is plugin. I've been like just shocked like why this website so slow, and then when I open the website, the back end, the client giving to the access to me is like they install like 40 plus active plugins. Of course, it was slow. Okay. Then another thing is same with the SEO points, the knowledge again. Please look for forum, Facebook group, or the real users or the real guru of the WordPress, so you can know what's the recommended or their past experience. What do I mean this? Because everything you type, if you type lightweight theme on the internet, the Google now, the first page which actually they will give you, the very popular from Team Forest, everything. And then mostly the link actually is affiliate link. Why they use the affiliate link? Because most popular, then people will choose about this. Please be like, do your research first. So the best way actually, you can just join Facebook group. Then once they approve, you can just type team, and then you read from the past comments, recommendation. And then about the team performance, some teams is not really good, but they advertise their marketing themselves is like multi-purpose. You can just import everything. Just keep it simple, switch the lightweight theme as possible. Okay. Next is optimize the above the fold section. What do I mean above the fold? So you can see this illustration. Above the fold meaning is once you enter the website, what you see is above the fold. Below the fold is everything you need to scroll or use your phone to scroll. Okay. Avoid using video or large file size of image, it will lower the LCP time. LCP time meaning when I log into your WordPress to browse your page or website, it will give the impression that I need to wait a few milliseconds or even like few seconds. Then it will like make the user experience is not good. So don't use like videos or large file image, even verse, which is I not really high recommend. The slider revolution, right? Or the slider you put like 5 or 10 image, like a slide. Actually, is really highly not recommended. Is you will make your homepage above the fold is very slow. And then the point I want to highlight is make it feel instantly fast load for the user. So this means the overall size, dimension, or load order are vital. Load order meaning the back end, your website is very a little bit technical. What is the sequence of your website to load first? The JavaScript, CSS, whatever. So the loading is very important. Okay. Next is the second point is local SEO be visible in local search. What do I mean? Google My Business. So the first two is Google My Business is free. It's essential for bricks and mortar business. So if you have like office, your physical store, everything. Then the thing is, I want to emphasize is the phone opening hours address, please always up to date. Okay, so this is important for building trust and authenticity. So just to be honest yourself, if you want to find something, you want to research about, you want to buy a new products during this lockdown period, like at your home, definitely you will like, okay, I do some research, just Google the brand name first. I see from the Q10, Lazada, Shopee. Is it this word or not? Is it this authentic company or not? So most of the time, when you type the brand, you will see something like site like this. Okay, let's say the florist. So you can see here, then you will do research. Oh, this is authentic. This is the real shop, real branding. Okay, so this is the dashboard for the Google My Business for those who are not familiar. So this is actually, they give you very clear and clean. It's free. And then the thing is, I highly recommend is if you just want to verify, please use the email or phone method. If you're using the posting the card, the letter, it will be very, very slow because the pandemic era. The email and the phone is I would say it's instant, so you can verify the account. Then here is just some small tip to optimize your local SEO. Like actually the primary category when you sign up is they will force you to type what is the type of your business. Okay, and then an additional category, you can actually include other suitable or close related categories to your Google My Business account. Okay, the thing is you cannot like manually type, is you can only type everything the Google My Business have, so you can only select what the system available. Next is, this is another like golden opportunity for those not familiar with Google My Business. They come up with this feature called post. In short is, it's literally like the social media is like the news feed. So you can post something about promotion, your events, or your update of COVID-19. So it's really simple. It's not like have like many fancy features like the Facebook, but you can just have a try. Keep in mind is this is only can last for 1 week. After that, it will disappear. So from your results, yeah, I see Clarence Wong. Nice. Google My Business also have inbox live chat about to real, but currently it's available, yeah, mobile app. So this is like another issue is so like everything like you need to like mobile and then like of course we are using desktop better. Okay, very good tips from Karen's. Okay, now is another thing is the reviews. So these reviews, I'm sure many business actually not really reply all the reviews. So psychology actually, you want to trust something, we always find reviews. Like the marketplace, we always read reviews, the question, and then the reviews sometimes very funny at the same time. So same apply to your own Google My Business also. Please treat this review for me. I treat this review as one way to market yourself or your services, your trust also. Every review is important, including the negative one-star review. Okay, so the one-star review also like it become a turning point to like promote your website also. Okay, please reply everything. Next is this one I already mentioned. Type your business name, make sure no duplicated listing. Okay, research local competitors, try your best to improve rating. Okay, what do I mean is sometimes like maybe your past marketer or your long time ago, you type your brand name, meaning exactly your brand name. So even without doing all the SEO, all the complicated technical stuff like website and HTML, everything, please like at least have a look at your branding first. Sometimes to my actually many brand, even big brand, international company, you type there will appear why so many duplicated one. Okay, the duplicate listing actually confuse your your website. So like give your impression that why your website like your business why so many branding one. So please have a look and then try your best to improve rating. So this is like the actually you can Google online. They have many methods like if your client really certify your business, you can share the link. The link actually you can generate from here. Here actually at the bottom, get more links. You can get the very short, like the mini file URL. Then you can share to client. Ask them to give the URL. Okay. Next is okay. This is another unknown feature or you should do. Please report or flag not relevant user submitted photos. I have some account. The photo actually is maybe the user is stay very near to the office. So every time or the child play the phone, snap photo, and then they auto tag to this business. So if you didn't do anything, when people like scroll to your business or that they find the Google My Business, you will see very unrelevant website, like the construction area or everything, the roadside traffic jam or whatever. Please check. And if you see something wrong, you can click to the photo and then you need to click insert the, let's say you report not relevant to this photo. So keep your Google My Business clean. Okay. Next is this is a little bit technical. We call structured data local business. In the list of structured data in SEO, this is actually you can refer. Don't worry about this link. You can just download this all the documentation. I already link everything at the end of the session webinar. Organizing team will send to you. It's under the advanced SEO from Google Search Central. Home is Google Webmaster. So local by business is one of the way you can tell Google or you can give signal to Google. Actually, this website is local business. Then we have this thing. So what do I mean? And then after this, you need to use this rich result test. So it needs another tools to like let's say usually people will test the primary is the primary email, the homepage, or the let's say the contact is contact us page, contact page. Then you test, you can see here local by business. Okay, it's valid, which means this page is you have successfully configured the local business. Then another recommendation is if too complicated, actually, if you're using WordPress, they have many free or freemium plugins. They have offer this kind of like features. You can just Google around. So next, this is the extension. You can see here, blah, 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 everything. So this one actually, if you're using the plugin, they design a very good, like the contact box. So you just copy paste everything. Then the page or the website will have this local by business structured data. Okay, the third is search intent. People always change. Okay, don't worry about the keyword research because 1 hour is definitely not enough. So what I want to emphasize is during this period, 2021, the year of orgs, town, please go to Google Search Console, compare before and during the pandemic. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, Google Search Console, for those who are not familiar, is the maximum duration for your own website. It can show you the 16 months. Previously is 19 days, and that one is very old, few years ago. So this one is 16 months, which is a lot. Then the 16 month here is actually directly from your website. Okay, so it can show you the review, like what is the changes before and after. So to keep it simple is I just show you like the clicks and impression. Clicks is definitely clicks, how many people search from Google and then clicks into your website. So the impression is how many people search keywords query, then you show the result. No, display one time. So one time meaning the meaning is impression. Okay, so it's impression. So here again you can show actually this. You still remember during the pandemic area, this website actually benefit from the pandemic, the COVID-19. So why is this there? Why or did this happen? So you need to analyze. Certain website is totally negative. So after the pandemic, it will like negative, it will like drop down, the graph drop down, including the clicks and impression. So have a look on your this. What I mentioned about this is people always change. So the search intent also always change, meaning the strategy of your SEO, your content, everything, it doesn't matter SEO or not, always need to reflect or updated. Okay. So second thing is you need to go to the Google Analytics and then check the organic traffic. So Google Analytics is a free tracking tools to have a look over your website, the tracking the traffic. So you can use the segment. You can choose organic traffic. So you need to choose the customize, and then you type organic. Then you only filter by show the organic traffic. So from here you can know under the behavior here. Here you can see the organic traffic here. So what is the trend? So from here, this analysis from January, last year January until a few days ago, you can see this one is still okay, not experience very fluctuations. So this means your organic traffic is still normal. You didn't experience the hoo-ha during the pandemic, okay? Or actually just like your research. Next is this is like very basic question. Look for trends and clues. Why certain keywords increase or decrease? Okay, certain decrease, increase actually is referred to here. You're using Google Search Console. If you type this performance at the bottom, it will show you the query, the keywords. Okay, which pages experience most changes during the transitions, or user are changing, or which demand supply experience sudden change. Okay, this is the question you need to like ask first before you even do any keyword research, because people always change, and then the change is regional or different, depends on your location and locality, or it's too many factors. Okay, so the first clue you can refer to it actually is like using Google Trends. Is free. I know most of us like the experience like SEO like play CS. Okay, Google Trend is like like it's too basic. But actually the thing very powerful here, you can look at the longer range, the interest. I mean the duration you can expand. So let's say work from home, I set to Singapore. This is the default 1 year. You can see during the period is have a spike. So this is the time when the pandemic, during the height, everything locked down, the world, the Singapore. So this is Singapore. So you can like just change to other country if you want. The research you're using your business is targeting different countries, so you can just feel free to change the location. And then another tools is Google Keyword Planner. So this is like for those who are using Google Ads, definitely you will know these tools. So keyword strategy needs to be stay up to date as well. Focus on what is arising popular and content. So this good another like content marketing ideas. What I show here now is actually I not really look at the average money search, but I look at the trend. You see the graph. Okay, mostly when we do the keyword research, right? If I mention Google Ads Keyword Planner, people know, oh, so you need to know about the average money search. But keep in mind is, let's say you see here, work from home job or work from home. Okay, they have a spike. This is the default 1 year duration. You see the spike here during the beginning and then drop. beginning and then drop. Beginning, online data entry job, the rest also had the same. But why online job from home suddenly like spike? So this is like the open opportunities or some question you need to ask. Is it this one? Should I focus this to a business or should I have more business online job from home for my company? You know, if it really depends on your niche. So this is something you need to like. It's something we also like miss. We always refer to the numbers, but we don't refer to the trends. Okay. Next is this is something very interesting. It's from Google. You can type Google COVID-19 community mobility report. So basically, it's Google like I think it's almost weekly. It will give you the overall overview what's changes by the movement of the people in your country. Okay, so this is example. This is you can choose various countries. Just this so for this webinar, I use Singapore. So from here, everything is negative, like retail and creation, public transport, residential is positive, and then part is negative. So this is spell, like self-explained, so you can understand because like lockdown, so we keep it safe, stay at home for the safety. But you can see supermarket, pharmacy, like the residents, it will increase. So this is another like thing you need to like always research for the future or the baseline, or what is like affecting, especially your content marketing in SEO. So what do I learn? So this is just a short explanation about the search intent. Always monitor the real world trend as it affect the behavior. Be fast to optimize content that is trending at their durations. So if you're slow, why I mentioned about this, be fast. Google or SEO, if you're playing with SEO along, it's not instant. So you need some times. It's very subjective, the times. I cannot say 1 month, 1 week, 1 day. Then third is fulfill the demand of user to grab their attention. So this is the typical, for example, like the work from home. So you need to give them everything from a website, then you can know. So the action plan is you can like new content, page, blogs, or even you want fast section target for the arising keywords. So the popular keyword. So when people like during that time it's very popular, like people like demanding about a certain keywords. So they will like, at least your website gives something to Google. Hey, my website, my company offer work from home. So this is our benefit, something like that. And update the older content, or we say the evergreen, with latest info and reference. Okay, so this one, or Google always love this about the evergreen content. So you like keep update, the charts or the examples or the screenshot, so you will stay up to date. So the fourth point I want to like highlight is mobile SEO. Is your website mobile friendly? So this is, I refer back to again, the Google Search Central. This is even, I think it's like 4 or 5 years ago. We call mobile gathered, okay? But now it's starting in July 1st, 2029. Mobile first indexing is enabled by default for all the new website. What do I mean here is, this is the official documentation from Google. Mobile first indexing is important. What do I mean? Okay, I find a very good example from the Backlink or Backlink Go, whatever. This is very easy to understand. Okay, previous search on like the method. Let's say you're using phone, I want looking for mobile website, so it will show you. So you're using desktop, laptop, or desktop, whatever, same. You're looking for desktop website, it will show you the desktop result. Current result model, we call the mobile first, meaning we emphasize on the mobile result first. If you just type anything like tablet, websites or desktop, it will always look for mobile website first. In other words, Google prioritize your mobile first, your mobile version of the website. Okay. So this is the official tools. You can just type mobile friendly test. Even actually from the search result, even like if you type mobile friendly test, you can just directly on the Google search result, you can just paste the URL and you can just test. So this is like the example. So you can see here, okay, this is good. Okay, page is mobile friendly. This page is easy, blah, blah, blah. So you can show. If not, you will see the red color. So this is not good. And then same again, why I mentioned the Google Search Console, very important. You can see from here, under the enhancement tab, the sidebar. So you can see here, this is the mobile usability. So this is another thing, like people like, oh, okay, I just verify Google Search Console, I submit my sitemap to Google, like directory, your pages to Google, then it's fine. You need to keep monitor also, like time to time Google will send you, hey, your mobile usability, in short, is your mobile version of website has some issues or error. Okay, please check this. And then, so from here, the thing is they make it very organized. Once you click the mobile usability, then they have like multiple errors. You can click the error. Let's say this is clickable element too close together. They can show you the exact URL, like experience the errors. Okay. And then once you fix that, so the sequence is you paste the URL to inspect. And here, the URL. If no more user visibility issue, usually it will like the green tick. And then please click the validate fix from here. Okay, from my experience, sometimes it's really timing issues. Like, your website very sway. When the Google bot, they came to visit your website, they crawl your website, they may be under maintenance. So suddenly it will show like many errors. So it's just sometimes it's very false error report. But I will highly recommend please inspect every URL if possible. If every URL also apply the same template or same theme, maybe you can just try a few, then you validate fix. If you're lazy, you just want to try everything, sometimes Google will show you, sorry, the validation is failed, then you need to like keep testing, keep like test. And then the flow is test, you need to like inspect, then repeat, and then repeat. So this one also like pay attention to the mobile health issue about your website. Okay, so this is another very important is be careful about the pop-ups. So this is the official example given by Google Search Central. They call it intrusive interstitials. And then I didn't explain this, actually you can see here it's almost the same. For me, this is very gray area. For people who like familiar with pop-up, we always love pop-up, especially the desktop, right? You do something pop, oh, thank you. Or the classic example is the abandonment. Okay, when my mouse I want to hover to the right and then we'll click, or hey, Mr. User, or we give you 20% discount. No, very classic. But for mobile, you need to be very careful is if you do it the incorrect way, actually your website might get penalized. So the once you penalize it, meaning your ranking will drop. So please research or use certain metrics or test first. Is it the recommended way to use the pop-up? Okay. The acceptable meaning is actually in short to explain is please don't use the pop-up like the cover the whole page. The best example is like the very like the spamming website, right? They just want to earn the Google AdSense. Definitely is the ads. They want you to like click or not click, also they will appear the pop-up because impression they can earn the money. Okay, please don't do that, especially if you are using the very old or not really highly recommended the pop-up plugins. Then go to the Google Analytics, look for your mobile traffic. Again, have an analysis. Focus the important pages by priority. Analyze the mobile traffic. What do I mean? Okay, mobile traffic might have like different approach or different behavior to your website. So instead of you want to start to optimize every page, let's say you have 1,100 pages, really too time consuming. So please focus on your priority first. Definitely it's the homepage. So the important pages for like the mobile traffic first. So arrange your traffic, arrange your priority like according to you can refer to the Google Analytics. Next is Hotjar, or just one of the example of heat map analysis. We can use this is like the freemium. So to improve UX meaning user experience for mobile user, behavior analysis, and ideas to improve your website. So this one is give you a very clear example, data, statistic, or whatever. You want to see which one actually is giving some insight. People really react to your mobile website. Okay, the things I love about Heatmap is data show you everything. You when you design the website mobile, right? You assume people will click here, but in reality, the result might be a surprise. Okay, and then next is the fifth one is featured snippet, aka position 0. What do I mean? Okay, featured snippet is something you can see here, this box. Sometimes you type something, right? It will appear this kind of white box. Same apply to mobile results also. So why I say this is better than number 1 on search result. Number one meaning is like below here. I already say it below. So this one is actually just below the search result. Definitely your eye will see this, the box, white box first, and then the usual organic result. So this is another like new opportunity, like for really for SEO, you want to rank for this kind of thing. Okay. So sadly, this is officially from Google Search Central from Google. They say, how can I mark my page as feature? You can. Google Assistant determine which page I have to make a good feature, blah, blah, blah. So official way is you cannot like, I want to make my whole website, my pages, all my online store, e-commerce store become visible. The answer is no. But okay, you know, Google, right? You can just search everything. How to optimize? This is my own experience. First is, this is a little bit habit for like any online user lah. Please use the proper like paragraph format. What do I mean is like the heading tag, you know, the H2, H3, H2, H2, H3, blah, 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 by the priority, or use table format like the TD. Okay. If you don't understand about this, never mind. You can just type how to create HTML table. Then you can just paste everything in format and then just copy the code, just embed the HTML code, very easy. And then the order and under the list. So this is like the unordered list. You can see the dot. If the order you will say 1, 2, 3, 4 is, you will see the HTML code is OL or UL or OL. So Google love this kind of thing. They will like this kind of thing. So if your current website or your blog already have this kind of thing like the list, I'm pretty sure you have this kind of thing, right? Please re-optimize, like make proper use of this. Not the whole website, just use the bold everything. Okay, I mentioned again, this is just one tips. It cannot guarantee. Okay, so another option is you need to use the title, subtitles, points, FAQ. What do I mean is the question format. Every time it's like when you type something in the Google, right? And then they will give you the very short paragraph or few sentences about this. So try your best, if possible, like think about the type of the post towards the questionable the format. Okay, so like more to active noise, you can see the standard W 5, no 4W and H, no the method how to optimize Google. So people more likely will use this kind of words to search. Okay, so this is another method. If you have budget, you're using these tools, paid tools. If using SEMrush under the organic research, they have this feature. You can actually on SERP, you can like filter by search snippet. So from here, then you can like feature snippet. You can just type, let's say feature snippet. I can view all the questions they have this kind of thing. So this is reverse engineering. Either you can use this kind of format to create your own branding, own title. Try your best to have this feature available on your website. Okay, this is freemium, but it still gives you some clues. You can go to this keyword tool. Then under here, the Google, let's say you type any keywords, you target keywords you want, change the location. And then here, the default, it will show the keyword suggestion here, but you can always click to these questions. Then you will here, you apply, like show the feature symbol pay. So this is the opportunity to give you. I know there are many examples, the like ask public URL, ask question public URL. That one is only like now limited to 3 searches per day per IP. So this one at least is unlimited lah, premium. At least I give you some example. The thing I want to emphasize is look at how the sentence, the keywords, the phrase, how they type the name. Sometimes I know if your English very good, like the grammatical, usually we will arrange because like the grammar. But in reality, Google sometimes the behavior, we tend to like, you know, change the sequence. So this gives you some clue how to decide the title to have feature snippet if possible. So now is the question and answer. I know they have like few question answer here. Okay, let me refer. So the first is from ADR Lim. Why should not be overly crazy on the SEO score? What external factors are impacting the SEO score? Very good question. Okay, this is if you follow SEO long time ago, you will see like if you just type everything like SEO factor 2021, SEO factor 2020, you can see list of actually it's the same repeat factors like repeated the same factors like oh your website need to do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. Google always never like officially tell you about this, like which one is more priority. Okay, so if you're many of SEO the experience, they will say the old method, the factors, what is factors, page link or the links is very important, the link building, still very important now. So I partially agree. But now is the trend, is the content is another way. If your content is very good, sometimes very funny one, your new website, if you have very good content, you can rank very high. But links still very important. So the score is still one scope about it. For example, you can use the tools to test like apple.com or test whatever Singta or whatever the website very good. Why they get very low or the poor result, but still rank very high. So of course it will have multiple factors, but I will highly recommend at least your website, you ask yourself or ask your like parents or friends, do you feel when you click the website using mobile phone, is it fast or not? Is it okay or not? This is for me is the minimum benchmark. Sometimes if I use Google desktop, right, confirm it will fast one. Okay. But if your phone, you click, you feel a little bit slow, then I suggest you need to optimize the speed. Okay, second is from Clarence Wong. Hello, Martin, Clarence here. Could you give more suggestion or ideas to improve SEO, website SEO ranking on Google? Wow, this is very general question. For me, it's actually, I repeat again, so you need to like at least understand about what about your industry first. Then the thing I love about, not to say I learned towards this journey is the same strategy apply to your, let's say your certain website is very successful, might be not work with your website. So you need to like refer to many resources or your niche, your to know what actually the way to rank your website better. Then the typical method for you find everything from Google, from the you follow the Google search license, the Twitter, the official, they will say, oh, you don't need to do everything. For me, you need to do something. Okay, when the call writer, the previous call writer actually is December last year. Your website ranked. I feel website actually dropped the ranking. The impression totally disappear. Need to do something. For me is I will look at the content. The optimization is like I give you some example. You say you're selling, let's say I'm selling, I'm serving like SEO service, but your website also didn't show something about SEO. So you just use, let's say, photo, very lazy, right? You screenshot everything from Google. How they know your website is like providing any service or product? Okay, so just reverse engineering be like, if I'm from the customer point of view, not from your business, from customer point of view, what do I want if I want to purchase, like sign up from your website? Give them what they want. Okay, next question from Celine Call. Google My Business sometimes only one option given, which is by postcard. Why is that so? Very good question. I also no idea. So maybe it depends on your location or maybe your email, like listed before. But if really get that, they will say, depend on region. Some region they will say like 14 days. Then when you apply, they will give you one warning example, say, during the COVID pandemic, they were longer. So try your best. So I've like experience is the client might need to wait almost 1 month. Then I need to click second time the postcard in order to get it. So just be patient. Okay, next question. Hotjar is a free tool or need to link to our own website setting. So it's a freemium tools. So you need to like paste. The easiest way I can recommend is you can use Google Tag Manager. So you just paste the ID, the code, like the ID ABC1234, and then to the tag manager, then you will like have the features. So The current freemium, the free version, free plan is 2,000 page view per day. So for a website, if you're still starting new, you're not like doing the e-commerce or the crazy, like the website like have the huge amount of traffic, is totally fine. At least you have some clue. So another question is how to rank a new website on Google. Any good ideas? Wow, this is another general idea. Okay. How to summarize this? So in short is, if you want me to give you the very best, like the most easiest answer is refer to the competitor. So if your competitor already have this kind of content, this kind of structure or format, by right, your user, target user, should have this kind of thing. Okay. Hope I get you some clue. Right? Meaning, what I want to emphasize is in Google SEO is like you don't always expect the same strategy apply to all type of industry clients. Sometimes really research is the key elements for the SEO world. You need to understand about the industry. Imagine I'm a boy, I need to understand about like bra, I want to optimize this kind of like fashion, or I have some experience is like I need to understand about the aluminium casting, the manufacture stuff. So I need to know about this. It's really research. And then the best way is actually if you don't understand, I highly recommend like you really talk to your client, what they want, what is their issues, So there are many ways, but just for fast advice is refer to the competitors. So any questions from Facebook, from Zoom? So I hope everyone can learn something about this. So this is you can always find me on my LinkedIn, Martin Tang Master. You can feel free to check out this. So I hope everyone like benefit from this series for sharing about SEO. It's not something new. It's not something like it's a very good reminder for every one of us about SEO is always changing. Same with other factors as well. Then hope this year like Happy New Year, and then stay at home, and then you can use your New Year if you have free time to optimize website to read more SEO news. So thanks.
Exabytes. Grow your business online.